It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I think you know how excited we are about our space. We get to live in it every morning. In fact, welcome you into our kitchen. And when it comes to kitchen renovations, it can be big. There are a lot of very strong opinions floating out there, and we understand that. It's kind of an emotional space. But how many of these are actually true? Well, today we are putting some of the most common kitchen design myths to the test with the help of the incredible Monique da Costa-Killian from EASYLIFE Kitchens and Jason Wells from PG Bison. Guys, thank you so much for being here. This is a match made in heaven. I even had to ask them to separate on the couch because there's just too much good chemistry. Now, we love the kind of creative energy you guys represent, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the kitchen giveaway. It is massive for us. But we're going to debunk some myths right now. So I'm going to be putting your knowledge to the test just a little bit, as vast as it is. Can we talk about dark colors? Because we often prove this wrong in our space, but I thought let's get it from the source. Dark colors make a kitchen look smaller. Is that true?
I don't think it's always true. I mean, sometimes if it is a small space, it's going to look small. But I mean, no matter what color it is. But if a designer really considers the space, we look at open plan kitchens, natural lighting. But the most important thing is really paying close attention to the lighting, having lights inside cupboards, in your plinths, and really creating a space with warmth using the coloring. So that really makes the space pop, and it's not that dark anymore.
And depth, and of course, color is statement. Yeah. And we want that in a space where we're wanting to make a statement. The color is what pops and what absolutely shines. I love that. How have you wrapped your head around the color prospect?
Definitely. We've seen a trend over the last few years towards darker colors being used in kitchens. I mean, a few years back, if somebody said, I'm going to use a dark color, you'd think they're crazy. But now people are using dark grays, they're using carbons, anthracites, even black. And with lighting, the other thing that's really important is surface texture. You know, surface texture plays a big part in the way the color reacts. So if you use a gloss, it pops the color, it intensifies the color, it really makes it quite bold. And also you get a lot more reflection, so it can be quite busy. But with matte, it subdues the color, it calms it down, you know. And so, of course, that's what makes it so much easier to use a dark color. And we've seen this trend towards matte surfaces in the last couple of years. And so now using these dark colors is much, much easier. You know, it kind of really makes it a lot simpler. The other thing people do to make dark colors easier in a space is to two-tone it. So if you combine it with a wood grain or you use another solid color as an accent, you bring a bit of feature into the space, and then, of course, it also takes away the intensity of that really, really dark color.
And I like the fact that that's like kind of layered into the DNA of the design. It's not a kind of a whitewash. Okay, let's create a functional space and see how we can beautify it afterwards. It's function and its beauty kind of in that baseline, which I absolutely love. I love the patience that you're talking to me now. Like you've had to go through this prospect with 1,000 clients and just manage expectations. It's absolutely beautiful. Can you explain to me what the kitchen triangle rule is?
So it's been around for I think from the beginning.
Since the first kitchen.
Yes, exactly. But it's not the be-all and end-all anymore. We're really looking at a space and considering different zones. So you get your cooking zone, your cleaning zone, a preparation zone, your non-consumables and your consumables. And the purpose of the zones is that you have everything you need in those zones. So when you're cooking, you have your pots and your spices and your cooking utensils. So you're not running across the kitchen to go find the things you need. So as much as the working triangle is important, it's not kind of making your life much easier. It's really, when you are designing a kitchen, thinking about the storage in those spaces to be able to create your zones.
And it's bespoke as well, because everyone is completely different. Unfortunately, my wife and I cook completely differently, so we probably need 2 kitchen spaces to be able to work effectively together. I think very often we use materials just for the sake of, we don't lean into materials that are much more cost effective because of some pre-conditioned idea. Can I, with that in mind, talk about melamine doors? That this is low quality or it's outdated. There's a reason why we keep returning to this, yes?
Yeah, I think it's a myth that we as PG Bison would like to dispel. You know, melamine, the technology behind melamine-faced boards, with stuff that becomes those doors, that's moved on in leaps and bounds over the years. You know, there's been so much investment worldwide in terms of print technologies, so the designs are more realistic. The surface structures, so they're more realistic. You know, they fit together. The texture and the design work together, so it really creates such a lovely-looking sort of finish.
The end result.
The end result, of course. So we have all of that to worry about. And as I mean, you know, the other thing is so many people have access to Pinterest and Instagram and those sort of platforms. So the trends are moving much faster, and we as PG Bison, you know, we need to make sure our range moves with the times. So we've now, in fact, we embarked on a 2-year launch cycle. So we're bringing new colors to the market every 2 years.
Wow.
We're busy right now with our latest launch. Right now, we're sort of traveling around the country, taking all that to the market. But definitely, I mean, Melamine is not what people think it was, you know, in the 1980s. It's a completely different product now, and still the same product basically, but it looks different. It's really upmarket. It's really on trend, you know. And I think another thing that Melamine helps people do is like color carcassing, for instance. That's another big trend.
The versatility.
Yeah, the versatility. So you can.
We've got Carissa out there steaming every piece of fish in the kitchen today. There's a lot of steam. Now, I think it's very relevant when we talk about water damage, steam swelling in this space. Is that still a fact? I would imagine technology comes to bear there as well.
Oh, most definitely. You know, if you take a melamine face board, the nature of the melamine itself is that surface, the decorative surface, is water resistant. Okay, so really your risk is the edge of the board. Now, when we as PG Bison, we manufacture the board, we supply it to EASYLIFE as a manufacturer. They invest in top-of-the-line sort of saws and edge banding machines so that they get precision cuts. And then, of course, when they put edge banding on, the actual strip that goes around the door, they must make sure that is applied properly and it's a good quality edge. And that's what their machinery does. So, of course, when that's been done, it seals the product up. So between good quality edging, precision machinery, and the board, the melamine face board, you don't have to worry about any water.
And I'm just seeing the price come down, and the price come down, and the price come down. And I wish this would stem into other building spaces, because I think we've got a lot to learn in terms of leaning on the cost-effective materials that are out there. As I'm looking at you, I'm thinking kitchen is a luxury. It's something that I'll get to last if I'm redesigning my spaces. Yet it's the one space that I probably spend the most meaningful time in. It's where my kids and I, our relationship lives and breathes. I love cooking. I love having my family in that space. There is this myth that your kitchen makeover is the last thing. It's too expensive, it's not accessible, but I mean, we obviously are offering access to an incredible makeover, but it doesn't always have to be full tilt. This is a myth, right?
Yes, so we actually introduced a range about 5 years ago called our Genesis range, which is a much more simplified range. We still use top quality bloom hinges and runners, but it's their entry range. And so we really want to be able to offer kitchens to all of our different client groups. You know, the Genesis range is a little bit more South African-based kind of principles and standards, whereas our Evolution range, which is our main range, is more European standards. But we can now, you know, design kitchens to everyone's budgets. Yes.
Exactly. And I'm so glad that you've taken that leap, because it just makes good business sense. And if you get the right client at the right phase of their journey, once that emotional investment is there, and I think you can see how emotionally invested we are in our own spaces, it is amazing. But I am so excited about what we're going to unlock for one lucky viewer and their house. So thank you so much for jumping on board. We are having a ridiculous response to this one, but understandably so. And now I'm beginning to understand why they get it right and why there is such good chemistry on this couch, whether it's color choices, whether it's layout rules, maybe some material misconceptions. The truth is, with expert guidance and the right kind of experience, and yes, the right materials, your dream kitchen is more achievable than you think. You can hear someone racing off to EASYLIFE right now. I don't think they're open yet, but just to stand outside. To learn more, you can visit easylifekitchens.co.za and stop by your nearest showroom to see it all come together. You have to see it to really believe what they can achieve. And remember, you, of course, stand the chance of winning that kitchen makeover worth 450,000 Rand. And that, of course, is courtesy of EASYLIFE Kitchens. And here's how you do it.
Dreaming of the ultimate kitchen glow-up? You could win a fully fitted EASYLIFE kitchen worth 450,000 Rand, complete with premium Caesarstone countertops and 50,000 Rand installation covered by ABSA. Head to your nearest EASYLIFE Kitchen showroom, scan the QR code, strike a selfie in your favorite kitchen setup, and fill out the in-store entry form. Kitchen dreams made easy. Entries close 30th of June. T's and C's on easylifekitchens.co.za.